Okay, so this is again something very profound that I have discovered. Every real estate agent probably needs to hear. Everybody feels like they don't need a coach. Have you ever worked with people and they feel like I can do this by myself, right? And I want to talk about why coaching is important and what coaching does. So I have a little bit of notes because I want to make sure that I touch everything because this is really important to me. So why coaching is important is because even if you're great at something, you have the ability to take it to another level. The coach is going to be there to help you identify the opportunities that's going to help you close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The gap between where you are and where you want to be, that coaching process works on a couple of fundamental things that happen in the mind of an entrepreneur. And I want to talk about why coaching is so powerful and why people that actually have coaches that invest in themselves to have the coaching option for them, why they end up making more money. Because if you notice in real estate, everybody that makes money in real estate, they got a coach, and probably 2 or 3 different coaches for 2 or 3 different things that they've determined to be important in moving their business forward. But I wanted to talk to you about a couple reasons or a couple ways that coaching really helps transform your thinking. One, coaching helps you tap into your unconscious mind, right? Coaching is powerful because it taps into the unconscious feelings and minds. Here's the thing. Your brain a lot of times is protecting you from being overwhelmed, protecting you from being hurt, protecting you from a lot of things. So here's the thing. The conscious mind and the unconscious mind, they're not always on the same level. And when people get stuck, it's typically they're stuck on the unconscious level, but it's so deep that they don't even realize what's happening, because here's the thing. Your conscious mind is the goal setter. Your conscious mind is going to say, I want to sell 100 houses this year. Your conscious mind, however, does not have the ability to go and get the goal done. That's your subconscious mind. It is the goal. I mean, it's your unconscious mind. That is the goal getter. So the conscious mind says, I know what I want. But the unconscious mind is taking all of your mental programming, all of the thoughts, the ideologies, the ways of thinking from your family, from well-intending loved ones, all of the external coding that's deep in your subconscious, and it now can either manifest that result or not. Most people don't reach their goals not because they're not goal driven and they don't know what to do. It's because typically something is going on in their unconscious mind and their subconscious that they haven't tapped into and been able to move past that point. So they're stuck to a point. And let me give you an example of what I mean. We were using this as an example. Let's just say a kid was 3 years old and they were going to their grandmother's house, and on the way to their grandmother's house, they got chased by a Rottweiler, right? But let's say they managed to escape and get, free without getting bit. Do you know that a 40-year-old person can have an inordinate fear of dogs? They don't even remember that incident when they were 3 years old. But the fear of dogs still with them at 40 years old, all tracing back to that incident. But their conscious mind, which is used to protect them and work together in connection with their subconscious mind, will make you forget about that, but it'll still keep the experience. So now you're going through trying to move in things and in ways and in systems and create businesses when you have a programming that needs to be rewired. Let me give you an example. Another thing, and I wanted to write this example down because I wanted to make sure I said this word for word. Let's just say you have somebody in your family that look down on entrepreneurism. So what happens is your mother would say, you better go get that good government job. You better go get that, good government job and do this and do that. And now what happens is when you become an entrepreneur, you feel like you failed already because you didn't live up to mom and dad's standard. So then you wonder why consciously you want to sell 100 houses. But then subconsciously you're procrastinating, you got fear, you got anxiety, you got negative thoughts. And every time you try to put together a plan, it kind of works, but then it doesn't. That's because your unconscious mind is hiding coding that's affecting your ability to move forward. Coaching is going to help you get past that point so you can move forward. And here's the thing, it's so important because your conscious mind is what you intend to do. Your subconscious mind is your commitment and your decisions. It's what you're going to do. One of the things that I love about coaching is really asking you the questions to get deep into your subconscious mind so that you can get in alignment with your conscious mind. So that when your conscious mind says we're going to sell 100 houses, your subconscious mind is like, bam, I'm on it. Your subconscious mind only does what it's doing based on the programming that it was put in front of it. So it's just like a computer. If the computer is doing weird stuff, it's not the computer's fault, it's whoever programmed it. Here's the thing. We all come from different backgrounds. We all come from different family structures. We all come from different socioeconomic statuses. Do you know I have agents that feel guilty that they're making $1 million a year? Guilty, literally won't spend it. Why? Because they've been raised to believe that money is the root of all evil. The devil is a liar. But here's the thing. If you don't reconcile that thinking, the $1 million ain't going to keep coming. Right? Because the subconscious is going to find a way to make itself comfortable. And those things are painful to us. So what coaching does is it doesn't really just say asking the questions. It's what is your goal? And then now let's look at more than anything, the goal. What is the decisions that need to be made between where you are and where you want to go? And then we look at what's stopping you from moving forward in those decisions. See, because reality is real estate is just a choice. It's just a decision to lead generate. It's a decision to lead follow up. It's a decision to script and role play. It's a decision to write contracts. It's a decision to follow up and go on appointments. Real estate is a decision. Now, here's the thing. If you haven't made those decisions, ask yourself why. You got the license. You have everything that you need to do your job, but yet you still find yourself stuck. Coaching is ideal for people like that because it really is going to get you past that part. So one of the things is coaching is not telling people what to do. As your coach, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm going to listen to what you're saying and I'm going to look for the triggers. I'm going to look for the subconscious innuendos that you say that I realize indicate a deeper thought pattern that needs to be uncovered. Here's the other part to that. Your brain, when I say it has to be rewired, the information that you had at 15 is not the information that you need at 40. You have to go in and reevaluate all that information and now give it a new program. Coaching empowers you to have a new program. This is why coaching is so powerful. And here's the other part I want to make. Your unconscious mind is where your limiting beliefs hide out. Guess what? You never get to that if somebody doesn't ask you the right question. So here's the thing. If we're always looking at if we're always looking at what you're doing and never the meaning, the why you're doing it or the reason behind why you're doing it, all you're going to do, even if you ever change the behavior, you'll end back right up at that place. Because your subconscious is going to bring you to where it's programmed to bring you until you create a new program. Coaching helps you create a new program. So one of the things that happens a lot of times, this is why agents reach the six-figure mark and get stuck. This is one of the reasons that I created this one-on-one coaching program, because I was one of those agents. I reached the six-figure mark and I didn't get stuck. I actually got higher. I got stuck in different ways. Right? The money coming wasn't the issue. I don't think I had limiting beliefs around money. It was, what do I do with the money? It was, how do I manage the money? It was, and if you see my previous videos, I would never spend any money. So I had a whole bunch of money in the bank that I wasn't putting to use. And now I look at that realtor at year 2 in real estate and me at year 7 having 8 businesses. I would have never did that had coaching not challenged that way of thinking. When my coach said to me, why do you have so much money in the bank? And I said to her, because I don't ever want to be broke again. She said, okay, let's talk about that. Tell me about when you were broke. And we went through all these stories and she helped me go to that place and start to reprogram it. So now I'm not afraid to spend money. I'm not afraid to try something new. I'm not afraid to give it a go. The only way that you're going to get to the next level is to do something different. But the only way you're going to do something different is not to just get into the activities. Yes, you got to get into the activities. The activities will help. But the mindset behind the activities. What is your unconscious brain programmed to do? So here's my call to action. If you're looking for somebody to help you get rid of these spots in your business where you're stuck, and it may not be in profit. Like I said, for me, it wasn't in profit. I was profiting. I just wasn't doing anything with the money. But the purpose of money is a slave, is to drive it for more profit so that you can do more things, help more people. But I would have never spent that money because here's what we uncovered when we got to the end of it with my coach. I was afraid of being broke. And what happens to the things you fear? You connect with them and they actually happen because that's in your subconscious. Here's what I had to do. I'm never going to be broke. God supplies all of my needs. I have abundance. There's never going to be a shortage. I take money for granted. As long as I have breath in my body, I'm going to get it. When I begin to tap, now that's what my conscious mind always told me. But when I begin to really uncover all of the stuff that was in my unconscious mind and really take the time to get these two in alignment, I was able to immediately start another business. That's how I started the team. Because at first I was like, I don't want to carry the responsibility of a team. I got to find leads. I got to provide admin support. And then that's going to cost me. And then what if they quit? What if they this? What if they that? Will I be broke? No, you won't. Because guess what? One thing is I know how to lead generate. So I'm going to always get to the prospecting and to the clients. But the other part is I would have never done that if I was afraid. Right? So this is what, when I'm talking about a CEO for your business, wherever you are, there's another level. I don't care if you made $1 million, then there's $1 billion available to you. And here's the thing. You're going to grow into the conversations that not only that people have around you, you're going to grow into the conversations that you have with yourself. And here's how I know that. You don't realize this, but your subconscious brain is always at work. This is why you can drive home from work. If you've done it 100 times, you ever drove home from somewhere and then you get there, you don't even remember like stopping at a light. You don't remember any of that, but you get there because your subconscious brain, here's the freaky part. I left the office one day and I got to my house and I did not remember driving. And I was like, well, did I stop at lights? Here's the thing. Yes, I stopped at lights because what's the job of my unconscious brain? To keep me safe, right? So it's gonna tell me to stop at lights. But my conscious mind didn't pick up stop at lights. That's why when I got home, I'm like, did I run a light? I had no clue how I got home. But I realized that there was this whole conversation going on in my unconscious mind because my conscious mind was worried about something. I was in that frame of thought. And oh my God, when you start to reconcile the two, that's when the magic happens. So I'm excited to talk to you about how we reconcile the unconscious mind and the conscious mind in your life and in your business and how it can help you get unstuck. And we get stuck in various places. And just because we're in a profitable place doesn't mean we're not stuck. So I'm going to, again, ask you to connect with me. At least fill out a coaching inquiry form. Let's have a conversation about what getting unstuck looks like for you. And my name is Cheesette Cowan, and I am excited to be your next coach.